Not that I meant to plan this out, but yesterday I was wearing a red shirt and blue shoes. Now I'm wearing a blue shirt and red shoes. Okay, so wow, this video is actually going to be relatively hard for me to do. And I'll explain why in a minute, but let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. I would say that yesterday was the first Tuesday in a long while I wasn't able to see my nephews. But there is a very good reason for that. I don't want to give away too much, but let's just say my brother and his wife are trying to get them to do something a little bit important. And the last thing they need is, me being there to kind of, ruin that. But my high is I still got to see my mom and my dad yesterday. So that was always nice. And my act of kindness was I actually took care of a few things around their house. Let's see, I emptied their dishwasher, put dirty dishes back in said dishwasher. And yesterday was today is garbage day, and they like to take garbage out the night before, so, I took care of that before they got home. So, bit of a productive afternoon, and it was nice, Now they don't have to worry about, garbage day or any problems like that for the rest of, for the rest of the week, because everything's going to be taken care of today. In terms of dinner, we actually didn't really have much. I mean, we just had, pizza and wings from Pick and Pizza, which, I love me some pizza and wings. So, all I'd say was a pretty solid day. So now that that's out of the way, let's get to talk about America's Got Talent. Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. Well, I say talk about America's Got Talent, but this one's actually hard for me to do, if you can believe it. Because this wasn't another episode of auditions. Not at all. It was actually an entire episode where Simon Cowbell and Terry Crews are going over Simon's top 15 golden buzzers throughout the years. Now, for those of you who don't know how the golden buzzer works, it is a very special buzzer that the judges or the host of the show can ring, and they press that buzzer if they see an act that's just so unique, spectacular, or even if it just hits the right notes. And they press the golden buzzer and they immediately advance to the finals. They don't have to go to, the qualifying round, they don't have to do any of that. They just go on to the final round. And that's really all they do, and that's really how it works. And here's the thing. The golden buzzer really, it's so surreal to think that the golden buzzer was only introduced back in 2015. Because that means America's Got Talent would have existed for at least a decade before such a device was actually added. And ever since its introduction, it makes me realize, how did we ever have America's Got Talent without this? It's true, though. I mean, America's Got Talent only had the golden buzzer, in 2015 up till now. So that's 7 years. We're in season 17 now, so yeah, literally 10 years. Because they do a season a year, obviously. And I feel it's really difficult for me to talk about this list because it really would just be either me saying that every single one of these acts is good, which they were. I mean, they got the golden buzzer. How could they not be good? but it would also be majorly spoiling a lot. Because, for starters, yes, by all accounts, this is Simon's list. But that doesn't mean Simon rang each and every single one of these golden buzzers. These are all golden buzzers by any of the judges or any of the previous hosts of America's Got Talent. People tend to forget this just because, Terry Crews is such a lovable and infectious guy. But America's Got Talent's had at least four other different hosts, including the likes of Nick Cannon, Tyra Banks, and Regis Philbin. So, actually, I believe the golden buzzer would have been introduced during Nick Cannon's era. But you get my point. These acts were not only good, but they were so phenomenal, impactful, and thanks to the fact that we live on the days of, the internet, social media, YouTube, Facebook, all those different social media sites, you get to watch every single one of these acts again and again and again. I know I have for a bunch of these, believe it or not. And you actually learn some really great insight as to a little bit more of how the golden buzzer works. Because Terry had actually asked Simon, is there a bit of a competition in terms of you see an act and you're like, okay, I really want to win the golden buzzer, but I'm not entirely sure who else wants to ring this. And there were several occasions where Simon was completely blown away by some of how the judges were, reacting when they had, their golden buzzer. Because according to Simon, each and every single judge has a bit of a poker face. They really don't know, you really can't tell by looking at them what they're going to do. So Simon always thinks, okay, I'm pretty sure it's safe for me to ring this golden buzzer, and I better do that now before something happens. And for all intents and purposes, sometimes he's able to ring it, and sometimes he's not. And I feel like, and here's the thing, I can't really argue who made this list either. Of all the acts that have ever gotten a golden buzzer, I personally cannot argue this list because it's not my list. It's Simon's list. You don't like this list, take it up with him. I, on the other hand, respect, anyone's list. Usually, obviously, I've seen plenty of top 10, top 15, or top 5, or really any top insert number here lists of whatever. And there have been plenty of times in which the outcome was something that I didn't care for. But then again, I have to tell myself, I didn't make up this list. Some other person did. And I can't really fight their opinion because it's their opinion. So, out of respect for both the acts that made this top 15 and Simon Cowbell himself, I have nothing to say regarding how his list went. Outside of, you picked a very, very, very good list. Could I have picked every single one of these? Maybe. Of course, that's the thing. America's Got Talent's been going on for again, 17, at least 15 years. Because I think maybe they have did they do only one season a year? I want to say they've had more than one season a year. at some point. Maybe, I don't know. The point is, America's Got Talent has been running for a long time. You know, there have been acts that, again, pretty much any act is going to live on YouTube forever. And again, people have watched these acts on YouTube ever since they first premiered. Even now. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but one such act is like the most viewed video from on AGT's YouTube, or second highest, most viewed, or second most viewed, AGT video. And this particular one wasn't even in like the top 5. So really anything can happen. So in terms of the acts themselves, I personally remember seeing every single one of these acts with either the night they actually premiered or within the first 24 hours of them being premiered. Because remember, again, we live on a day and age where YouTube exists. And America's Got Talent is so popular that, of course, any act on America's Got Talent is going to be on YouTube. So trust me when I tell you, if you missed out when it premiered, don't feel bad. Just go to YouTube and look up America's Got Talent. Whatever act you're looking for is probably going to be there. I mean, you might have to type in a few, other keywords, because, that's how a search engine works. But for the most part, if you've never seen any single one of these acts, then I highly recommend you do. And I also really liked how fair this list was too, because Simon even mentioned we're not going to do any golden buzzers from this current season. And I like that because, again, we're in the middle of a season right now. There's nothing really to, by all accounts, those golden buzzers were good, but I would think it'd be important to wait a little while before putting those on any kind of list, if we're being honest. So there's that. And that just means maybe, because here's the thing. If any of the acts you saw this year so far on America's Got Talent didn't make this current, top 15, I really wouldn't fret. Because considering that this is America's Got Talent's 17th season, that list is going to be subject to change. And when it does, maybe whatever act you saw this year won't be on that list eventually. Or who knows, maybe Simon will redo this and make the list even bigger. Maybe we get a top 20 or top 30. Hey, listen, again, you got to respect you always respect another person's, top list. You do. If a person wants to have, a top 15, let him. Top 10, let him. If they want to have a crazy, number, sure, let them. They're not going to do anything. It's their list. You can't really argue it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen plenty of instances where some people come up with a list, but then people in the comment section are like, oh, you can't, that should be number 1, not what you had. And yeah, eventually they probably change their minds. But I get the feeling that this list is going to stand the test of time. At least for a few years. And when it gets to, maybe if Simon Cowbell ever retires, he could probably go over every golden buzzer he's ever seen. I mean, considering that you have 5 golden buzzers in the auditions, another 5, at least another 5 in the semifinals. And actually it's 6 because there's always a guest judge. So you get 11 golden buzzers a year. And, it's been going on since 2015. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's already 77 golden buzzers. Not even including the 5 you've already had this year. So, who knows? Maybe at some point, Simon Cowbell will, actually, give it just a couple more years, Simon Cowbell will be able to do like a top 100. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, because even if you were at the very bottom of that list, it's winning the golden buzzer on America's Got Talent. People are going to think it's good. And if you don't believe me, just look at how many views that particular act would have on YouTube. Again, social media sometimes gets a bad rap for how sometimes it victimizes people or villainizes people, or it completely distorts what actually is going on sometimes. But I like to think that social media has done some good as well. And just having people get out there and, other people able to see how unique or special someone is. Honestly, that's the sort of thing that makes life grand. At least I think so. So, thank you, Simon Cowbell, for coming up with this top 15 list. I wholly respect every single act you put on here. Because again, it's not my list, it's yours. No arguments here. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I clearly have a YouTube channel, just like America's Got Talent does. So there's that. And as always, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, for those who want to talk and terms, we're here to lend. I want everybody back. Take care and make good choices. Have a nice day.